Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here or just stopping by, hello, my name is Jennifer and I'd love it if you, what the hell is that? Great, my sweater has a stain on it. Anywho, I'd love it if you stuck around and subscribed. We do lots of fun things on my channel, such as favorite videos, empty videos, makeup tutorials, vlogs, and home kind of stuff. I'm a little bit of everything up in one. So you already know from the title above, today we're talking about a few of my favorite things here lately. If you like the video while you're watching, make sure you give it a thumbs up down below. And once again, subscribe to my channel. We are doing a giveaway at 500 subscribers, which is just insane, but I'm super excited. So without further ado, let's get into this video. I don't have a ton of stuff. I don't have like one from each category, but these are a few things that I've really been liking. So I don't have a new favorite primer. To be honest with you guys, I'm trying to just kind of work through all of the primers I have in my collection as of now. So I'm just kind of bopping around using some sample sizes, using drugstore stuff I still have, and just trying to get through it so I can just repurchase a few of my favorites and let that, you know, be my primer drawer. But once we move out past primer, words are hard for me, we move into foundation. And if you guys have been watching my channel a lot, you know that I use this bad boy a whole freaking lot. I'm not wearing it today. I've been still testing out the Born to Glow foundation from NYX. I have a first impression and like wear test on that up on my channel, but I've been trying to wear that a few more times just to see how I feel about it. But on the day-to-day, when I have to go to work, when I'm going to run errands, when I'm going to dinner, anything like that, I know I can put this on and it looks just really good, in my opinion. This is the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Protective Makeup, and it has SPF 50, which is awesome. You should be wearing SPF every day, even when you're not outside, even in the winter. You should always wear SPF. The sun is bad. So you can maybe see that I have used quite a bit of this foundation. I actually went ahead and bought a backup of it because I love this. I've been wearing it all the time. Seriously, all the freaking time. I wear it to work where I get very sweaty and nasty, and I'm of course wearing my mask. It does break down on my nose from my mask, but I mean, I'm pretty sure any foundation would break down from having a mask going up and down on your nose while you're talking, but it just looks so good. I don't know exactly the shade range. Let me look it up. Okay, so I'm on the Maybelline website and I'm a little disappointed. I'm not even gonna try to lie. There's only 16 shades, which I did not realize, but I still really like this product. If they have your shade, go ahead and pick it up. And even though they only have 16 shades, I'm looking at it here right now. They actually, of course, I'm not a woman of color. I'm not even remotely tan, so I might not be the best judge of this. But looking at their shades online, it actually looks like they're pretty inclusive. Their darkest shade is Java, and it looks like a really pretty chocolatey brown, and I have their lightest shade, which is Fair Porcelain. It does look a little dark in the tube, but it actually matches me fairly well. And there are several like medium tan shades, so their shade range could be better, but honestly I think they're pretty inclusive with only 16 shades. I feel like, you know, they're pretty inclusive. I don't know. Now I feel awkward. But I love this foundation. It looks so good on my skin. It is full coverage. It has that sun protection like I said. And it just wears really well on me throughout the day. I can work anywhere from 4 hours to 16 hours in one day. And the fact that this bad boy is still running when I get off work is really impressive. I love it. Also, I'm going to try... I think for the most part, I'll be able to link all of the products down below. There's one that I might not be able to link, so we'll cross that bridge when I get there, but I think I'll be able to link everything. So after we put on my awesome foundation, we move into concealer, and I actually have two concealers that I've been religiously using here lately. Really weird. I've never really cared that much about concealers in my life, but here lately, I'm on the freaking hunt for a good concealer. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover, and mine is in the shade L100 Fair Porcelain. This I have this on under my eyes and around my face today because my skin is going through some situations. But this, I'm pretty sure, is the lightest shade, if not relatively close to the lightest shade, and it's just a normal doe foot applicator. But this concealer is super full coverage, and I kind of dot it under my eyes and then I put it anywhere else I want a little extra coverage. And while I'm blending out the spots I want extra coverage to have, I let it sit under my eyes for a few minutes. Not even a few minutes, probably like 30 seconds. I'm over dramatic. I let it set while I blend out the rest of it, and it looks so good. I'm so impressed with this concealer. I think it's around $10 at the drugstore. I bought mine at Walmart. It's such a good concealer, and it doesn't, I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't ever look cakey on my face, because some days when I'm in a rush but I want to look put together, and especially right now that my skin is acting out, I don't want to go out with no makeup on. I want something so I look kind of okay, and I will sometimes just kind of dot this around my face on my problem areas and under my eyes and buff it out, and I'm out the door. This does kind of set down on its own for me, but when I do that, I don't ever really have it on that long, so it doesn't really bother me if it doesn't set down completely. But it never looks cakey. It never accentuates my pores or any texture I have. It always just sits beautifully on my skin, almost sinks into it. So I super love this concealer, and I do remember when I picked this up that there were several shades of it. So I really enjoyed this, and you should really check it out. The other concealer I want to talk about is from Maybelline. This is the Instant Age Rewind Eraser Concealer, whatever you want to call it. And I use mine in the shade Brightener. They don't have a ton of shades, but they do have a brightener and then like regular shade. Look at that crispy little piece of hair. Sorry. They do have a brightener and I think a color corrector, and then they have a few like normal skin tone shades. I like using the brightener because I'm honestly just super freaking pale, and this really helps to brighten underneath your eyes, which is where I mainly use it. I pretty much only use it under my eyes, but on occasion I'll go down the center of my face just to highlight it and bring it more forward. The only downside to this is this funky ass applicator. Can we seriously not get rid of this? It's nasty. I don't like thinking about it. I use it, but I don't like thinking about it. I only use it to apply to my face. I don't blend it out with this applicator. Don't do that. Don't do that. But this concealer, like I said, it's really good, especially the shade Brightener. Like it's really good at just bringing forward and accentuating whatever you put it on. Which means if you fuck up and you accidentally put it on an acne spot, it's gonna bring that bad boy forward, and everyone's gonna notice it first. But I love this concealer. It is so brightening, and it offers quite a bit of coverage. I don't know if it's the brightening shade or if it's just the concealer in general, because I don't use it in any other color, but it's really good at covering and camouflaging my under eye circles, because I have a toddler and I work a lot and I just have issues sleeping. So my under eye circles are they're pretty real. They're pretty intense, and it's really good at almost covering them and just completely erasing them, like, you know, their Instant Age Rewind Eraser, hey. But I do really like this concealer. If I had to pick between the two, I would probably say this, just because there's more shades available of it, but I do really like that Maybelline concealer. I used to use it all the time when I was younger. I have two eyeshadow palettes that I have been absolutely obsessed with and use constantly. I kind of wish I would have used them today, but please don't be broken. Please don't be broken. Hang on. Not broken. Right, yeah, not broken. This is, I'm sorry, let me resituate on my chair. This is the Maybelline The City Mini Palette, and mine is in Matte About Town. Obviously, they're all matte shades. That one kind of looks a little iridescent. Nope, they're all matte shades. This is just a good classic warm tone palette if you want to start like dabbling in more smoky eyes or just in eyeshadows in general, but you don't want to spend like $30 on a big ass palette, or even more than that on a bigger palette. This is an excellent starter. This is such a pretty palette. There's this really pretty warm tone brown. There's some transition shades, a highlight shade, and even some lid shades. It's super pretty, and if you are incredibly new to makeup and don't, y'all, if you are, oh my god, did it break? No. If you guys are incredibly new to makeup and for some reason don't want to watch a YouTube video to kind of like get the hang of it, there's even an eyeshadow look on the back that you can use. So I really like this. It is one of those like gimmicky, like this is a highlight shade, this is a lid shade, this is a crease shade. It is kind of gimmicky in that way, but I think this is a beautiful palette and the colors are absolutely pigmented and just so pretty. So pretty. Like, let me swatch the darkest shade. Like, honestly, there are some high-end palettes that are like triple the price that don't even do that. They just don't even. So I really like this. I believe this is about $10. Like I said, I'll try to link everything down below in the bottom bar. The other palette I want to talk about today is the Mini Nubian palette by Juvia's Place. My kid just called me, like video called me, so my camera might be all wacky. Anywho, this palette was actually in one of my previous giveaways. It is only a 6-pan palette, but it is very, very affordable, and Juvia's Place has really highly pigmented, super creamy and blendable eyeshadows, and if you haven't tried them, you should really check it out. You get 3 matte shades and 3 shimmer shades in here. The matte shades are once again super pigmented, very blendable, and they are so freaking buttery soft and creamy. But then the shimmer shades are just as creamy and blendable, and they are ridiculously pigmented. Like this shade right here, look at that reflection. It is so good. I love this palette so much. I tend to pull this out when I don't know what I want to do, but I know I want a little drama, a little smoky for the day. This is such a good palette, and it is only $10. They do have a larger Nubian palette that you can get, and I believe it's $25, but this one is really excellent for starters, and it's only $10, like I said. Excellent palette. So now, we gotta talk about this bad boy. I think I mentioned this in one of my previous videos that I had bought it and was trying it out, and this is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Mascara. This is in the shade Very Black. You scared the hell out of me. James just walked in. This, like I said, is in Very Black. It's the CoverGirl Exhibitionist, and I'm fairly certain mine is in waterproof, and this, the brush, the formula, and everything is very reminiscent to the L'Oreal Lash Paradise or even the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara that everyone went freaking crazy for. And I don't really like the Too Faced. It's very wet. L'Oreal's a little more dry, but this is just a super volumizing mascara that you can just build and build and build, and they don't really get clumpy. I really like this. I even gave one of my tubes to my friend Crystal, and she really likes it, and she's not like crazy about beauty products like I am. So this is a really good mascara for starter or anything. I believe once again it's around $10. So I have 2 lip products. Each of them have 2 different shades, and now that I'm looking at them, they're very similar shades. Like both of these are kind of the same tone in both of these. So let's start off with these. I have also included these in a giveaway, and these are one of my all-time favorite lip products. I've mentioned them and used them in a lot of my videos. These are from Wet n Wild. They are the Liquid Catsuit liquid lipsticks, right? Yeah. These are excellent. This is in the shade Nudist Peach, and this is just a really pretty everyday peachy nude shade. These do last really well on me, and I love the applicators on the Wet n Wild liquid lipsticks because they have a odd shape. They're not just doe foot. They kind of have like a little bit of a chunk out of them to where they just hug the curve of your lip really easily. Nudist Peach, and then this is Give Me Mocha. If you like a darker nude kind of shade, this is your girl. This is a more brown tone nude. It is a little darker, and you can kind of layer it up to make it even darker and a little more vampy, and I really like this. I don't know why I've all of a sudden been into like brown grayish shades on my lips, but I'm all about this lip color. And the other product, these are pretty new to my collection, but I cannot stop wearing them. I've been wearing this one, or well, I've been wearing both of them to work quite frequently. These are from NYX. They are the Filler Instinct Plumping Lip Color. This is in Beach Casual, and this is Sugar Pie. I do remember mentioning these in a vlog. This is Sugar Pie. It's just a really pretty pinky, peachy nude shade. And when I first started using them, I was like, these aren't really plumping. Like, I don't feel the tingle. And then about 2 minutes after I applied it, I was like, oh damn. Oh damn, there it is. These do get quite tingly. I don't know if it's because I applied so much trying to feel the tingle and then the tingle came and the tingle was intense, or if I'm just a little baby bitch. I don't know which, but they do tingle quite a bit. And this Sugar Pie is just a really pretty brown nude color, and I have been marking on the lid of it Sugarfoot, Sugar Pie. Anywho, don't laugh at me. I have kind of been mixing these and putting this in the center of my lip and this all around the border to kind of give a more clumping effect. But these are excellent. I believe these were $8 and these are like $5. This is from Equate, which is the Walmart like store brand, generic brand, whatever you want to call it. And this is the Instant Cleansing Spray. I've mentioned this, I think, in a video or two before. Let me find a super nasty brush. Here, this one has green on it. This is in an aerosol can, and I believe it is $10. You can find it at Walmart, like by their brushes and sponges. So I'm just going to unlock it for one, and I'm just gonna spray my brush, and I'm gonna spray a little bit on this hand towel I have down in front of me. And then you just swirl your brush in it. It's just an instant brush cleaner, but it is awesome. I love it. It's not gonna deep clean your brushes. You're still gonna have to go in, which I really need to, and deep clean your brushes with some baby shampoo or whatever you wanna use. I use baby shampoo. But it's still stained green, but there is no pigment really, like there's no shadow left to like smear around. It's really, really handy, especially when you're as tacky as I do and don't like cleaning your brushes. It's really easy to just quickly change your colors out. I really, really, really like this. And the last product is also hand in hand with the Instant Cleansing Spray. This is actually from the Dollar Tree. This is the one product in the video that I'm not sure I'll be able to link down below. But like I said, I found this at Dollar Tree. You can find the high-end version of it. It's called the Color Switch. You can find them on Sephora, and I think they're $20, $25. But this was $1. And I was really... sorry. I was really expecting this to be wet, but it's not. It's completely dry, and it's just one of these sponges that you can take out, and you can very easily make this probably at home with like one of the donut bun forms. But this is just really, really good. Like, this is the brush I just used earlier today. This is just amazing, and just buffing out some of that. If James moves one more time and squeaks that bed, I'm gonna scream. This is just really, really good for breaking down the eyeshadow and kind of buffing it out to where you can use your eyeshadow brush again with a different color. Like I said, Dollar Tree, $1. I'm gonna try to link it, but the likelihood of me actually being able to find this is slim to none. If you have a local Dollar Tree, which you should have, I live in a tiny town and I have two. Try to find these. They're by the makeup, obviously, and they are super nice for $1. I haven't used the like high-end version of it, but I love this. That is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like I haven't done a favorites video in a really, really long time, but make sure to give it a thumbs up down below if you did enjoy it, and make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like I said, we're doing a giveaway at 500 subscribers. English is so hard for me today, and I'd love to have you here in our little grouping, little family, whatever. You can also leave a comment down below with anything you'd like to see in the future, or just to say hey, because I freaking love talking to you guys down below in the comments. With that being said, I'm gonna stop rambling and get off of here, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye, guys.